Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like you didn't recognize who was there? That your own identity was a labyrinth full of paradoxes? Today, we're going to dive into Taylor Swift's Anti-Hero, a song that transcends pop and takes us on a profound journey about self-awareness, insecurity, and identity. We'll explore the song through existentialist philosophy and psychology, bringing reflections that can change the way you see yourself. Stay until the end, because I'll reveal a surprising insight on how we can use this reflection to transform our relationship with ourselves. Fundamentals and concepts. Anti-Hero is a raw confession by Taylor Swift about feelings of inadequacy and extreme self-awareness. The song features verses that express the difficulty of dealing with one's own identity and the internal dilemmas of those who feel like they don't belong. Taylor describes a reality where she feels disconnected from herself and the world around her. This phenomenon is common in people who face existential crises and cognitive distortions. According to psychology, when we are overly self-conscious, we can see ourselves in a disproportionately negative light, reinforcing self-destructive beliefs. Insecurity is a universal theme. All of us, at some point, feel that we are the problem in our own narrative. This is explained by psychological theories such as false self-consciousness, a phenomenon where we believe that others judge us much more than they actually do. By analyzing Anti-Hero in the light of psychology, we realize that Taylor Swift is not just talking about individual feelings, but about a collective human phenomenon. Many people feel inadequate, not because they really are, but because their minds project a distorted version of themselves. Jean-Paul Sartre said that hell is other people, but what if hell is our own mind? In Anti-Hero, Swift exposes a common aspect of human existence, the anguish of feeling disconnected from oneself. The existentialist philosophy of Sartre and Simone de Beauvoir suggests that we are constantly grappling with the weight of freedom and responsibility for our choices. When Taylor sings "It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me," she is acknowledging her own imperfection, but also becoming a prisoner of her own perception. This harks back to Sartre's concept of bad faith, which occurs when we deny our own freedom and conform to a fixed, often self-destructive identity. The song also addresses the fear of being seen and judged. We can connect this to Sartre's theory of the gaze of the other, where the awareness that we are being watched makes us feel vulnerable and often reduces us to a caricatured version of ourselves. In practice, Anti-Hero makes us ask ourselves, who are we when we are alone? Do we really know ourselves, or do we just see ourselves through the lens of self-criticism? Practical application and storytelling. Imagine an artist painting a self-portrait. Each brushstroke reveals something about him, but also obscures something else. This is how our self-image is, an imperfect portrait of who we are. Many people identify with the anti-hero because we live in a society that reinforces over-analysis of ourselves. With social media and constant external feedback, it's easy to get lost in a never-ending quest for approval and self-improvement. The irony is that the more we try to fit in, the more we feel like we'll never be good enough. The solution? Radical acceptance. It's not about ignoring our flaws, but about understanding them without letting them define our identity. Cognitive behavioral therapy suggests practices like cognitive detachment, where we learn to observe our thoughts without getting attached to them. In the end, Anti-Hero reminds us that we all carry an anti-hero inside us, but that doesn't mean we are villains in our own story. Have you ever felt like the song itself describes? Comment below and share your reflection. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, take the opportunity to do so now. We explore how Anti-Hero reveals deep psychological and philosophical dilemmas. From excessive self-consciousness to the paradoxes of identity, we realize that our relationship with ourselves is more complex than it seems. Now I challenge you to observe yourself without judgment. Who are you beyond the stories you tell about yourself? Comment your reflections and share this video with someone who needs this message. Perhaps true courage is not in defeating our demons, but in learning to live with them.